What's going on, everyone? So today we're starting a house flipper series. Or I should rather say, we are rebuilding all of Hub City. I need a ZARI capital city, and this is a prime location. Now, if you're curious, the seed is Stumps for Win. I do have a seed showcase for that. If you are curious, it is an actual decent map. But I do like this for the simple fact that there is no store POIs or anything of significance in the center. And it is surrounded by water. There is land that connects over here, obviously, but it's surrounded by water on three fronts, making it pretty defendable, you know? Nice location. I like it anyway. So, a few ground rules, just so everyone is clear. Obviously, I am on creative mode. I need access to all the blocks. And after all the thousands of hours I have put in this game, this is going to be the first time I've ever utilized creative menu. Meaning anything that I need, I am just simply going to pull out. We obviously do not have the time to sit here and grind everything. This would take me like 5 years if I did that. If you know me, I am a hoarder. You know, it's taking everything, all of my willpower not to be looting everything. So that's going to be kind of interesting. So yeah, the entire focus is literally rebuilding Hub City. I know there are other house flipper series out there. Obviously, I am not on PC. I can't set Horde Night to 7,000, day 7,000 and have some crazy shit. Plus, it really wouldn't work out on this version of the game anyway. Just the way they spawn and the pathing and everything. It would be kind of a mess. And again, the main goal is just literally doing all this. So the main goal is, as you can see here in the center, since there is no POIs, I will have a capital, my capital building here in the center. And then all the POIs on the outside is going to be either converted, cleaned up. You know, all the store POIs like Bob's Cafe and all that wonderful stuff. And then as far as the buildings that are destroyed, we're either going to restore them or tear them down. You know, we'll do that on the fly. And hopefully I can create some different, buildings along the way. Put a little personal flair in there, here and there. Things of that nature. So yeah, I think for what it is, it's actually not going to be a bad thing. Definitely going to be challenging. Since I can't paint, so it's it's going to take a little bit of stuff to get around things. And unfortunately, it's raining. Figures. But as you can see, the water there. But there's Hub City. Let's get ourselves down there real quick. That way we can scope everything out. Now, there is a few things that are of concern a little bit, obviously. Since it is random gen, visually the blocks are a half block higher than what the block is actually. If you've ever placed a block down and it's sunk into the ground, that's what I'm talking about. So the more I was thinking about it, the more it's going to be a little bit difficult because, anywhere where the POIs, if I put anything down and it sinks it into the ground, it's going to be a problem. But the more I'm thinking about it, I don't think that's really going to be an issue. And along the way, obviously, we're going to clean up all the trash and debris, make everything look nice. Replace all this crap here. All this wasteland ground, we're going to replace all that with nice lush green. And it's not green haze right now. Cool. So hopefully we'll get a good couple days where we have no problem with green. But yeah, just go around, basically punch everything, get everything nice and neat. As far as inside buildings, I can't really overdo anything. I would love to put lights in everything, obviously, but the game would explode on me and launch into space, so I really don't want my console, leaving the country. But, come in here, clean up all the boxes, because, let's face it, there shouldn't be just random boxes on the ground. They should be stored up there and all that wonderful stuff. So we'll do a little bit of extra work here and there, but nothing too extreme in these, leave the shelving, just clean up the trash, make it look nice. Now, especially on the outside. Let's see, does it sink down here? Okay, no, that don't sink. What about over here? Okay, I think we might actually get lucky in that regard. At least in every quadrant. Now, I know the road does sink. Now, if you knew, you can see how it's, you know, look at that. So there is going to be the tedious work of, yeah, flattening all the roads so they're even. That's going to be a fun thing, you know? But yeah, just go around, clean up all the trash. Obviously, not saving anything, because we're not doing any of that. And obviously, I do have, since we don't have the dev tools, you know, where they go around with a little gun that one shot removes everything. Block durability is lowered down to 25%. Because I have no skills. You know, I don't even have skill points. And the more I was thinking about it, since there is no Zeds, and since I'm not mimic crafting, that means I'm not crafting anything. I'm not looting anything. So, getting XP is going to be a little bit of a issue. And mostly because I just need 50 points in order to max out Miner 69er along the way to make things a lot better. So what I may do is actually, like, just craft a bunch of wood frames so I can get some experience with miscellaneous crafting. Use med kits to raise up science. Anything that's going to get me, you know, XP. Just so I can get some points. Because this is going to be very, very horrible. Yeah, look at that. That'd be like... That would actually be 2 hits if my skills were maxed. Now, I did think about grinding my skills up before I started the series. And maybe that's what I really should have done. But that's fine, you know. We'll do what we have to. Wow! Wow! Could you imagine if I was actually legitimately playing? Look at that. Look at day 2. I have no damn levels, and I got a 512 pistol barrel. The damn mini bike schematic. Good God. That's just bullshit. I'm just, you know, that. But yeah, we'll just clear all this crap. Because we don't need any of this. And then, of course, you know, like I said, we're going to go ahead and try to clean things up, make things, you know, presentable. You know, like the factories and all that. And just, you know, hopefully it'll be kind of enjoyable and whatnot. I'm not really sure how to go about it because, you know, like I said, you know, most people, they're able to put, you know, like day 7,000, you know, for a zombie horde and, you know, all that wonderful good stuff, but, you know, I can't do that, obviously. I mean, I could set the game to 10-minute days and then, you know, just leave it running for, you know, 2 days. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and remove that. I still can't get over the fact that there was a damn mini bike schematic in that. And that's why I say, Quality Joe, yeah. Yeah, my thoughts on Quality Joe, if you're new, if you're new around here and don't know, I think Quality Joe is, crap. It's really not, you know, needed. Let's just go ahead and clean up all this. I swear. Wow! That would be clutch on day 1 as well. Eh, maybe I should search everything. The hunting knife book? Man, why can't I get this luck? You know. Well, I used to get a lot of good luck, but that's just some really good luck, you know? Now, what I may do is go ahead and install lights into the POI, and then only turn them on when we see the final product and all that wonderful good stuff. But, you know, other than that, I don't want to keep lights running. You know, which does kind of suck. But to be fair, those lights, look at that. The range of those lights just are utter crap. barely making it to the countertop. So even if I replace them with lights, you're not going to see down here. If I use that style anyway. A 320! Now you're wondering, if you are wondering anyway, you know, I still have an AK and I still have a sniper rifle, obviously. And that is because there are still bears in the world. And, you know, I really don't want my ass chewed on by a bear. Yeah, it might be Hub City, but, you know, I am not going to risk it. Yeah, like that, we don't got to worry about. We take out the doors. Oh, yeah, so you come out here, and then we get rid of all the grass and all this wonderful good stuff. Now, the lights on the outside, it's going to be the problem. I'm not really sure how I want to do that. Because, again, if I could, if I can eliminate the amount of lights, maybe that, you know, maybe some good things will happen for that. And then, of course, I still have, I have the sneaky feeling that, I am going to explode at some point on this ground. Whether walking, you know, so actually, if I was smart, I would put a bedroll down. So let's just go ahead and do that. I think we'll be taking that everywhere we go. That way, if we blow up, we're literally right here. And yeah, like I said, you know, all this is going to be, taken out. So, if you want, go ahead and, you know, do a quick prediction on how many times am I going to blow up in Hub City. Because while I know so many people have claimed that there is no landmines, I have personally seen Zeds blow up in Hub City, and I have blown up in Hub City. On one of the multiplayer games, streaming, I was actually going around collecting these for resources, and apparently there was an invisible landmine. So, yeah. Anyone claiming that there is no landmines in Hub City, don't listen to them. Because, I got video proof of blowing up. But yeah, we'll be taking all this. And I gotta admit, it's weird. It really is weird knowing that I'm not mimic crafting. You know, I'm not grinding for resources. But we do have everything we need. You know. Of course, I made sure my tools were 600. Again, you know. It's all about, just the experience of, rebuilding everything. So we don't need rebar frames right now. Let's go ahead and fill that up. And I even took a chainsaw. You know, just in case I have some trees. Which, I mean, with the settings, I really ain't got to worry about that. I'd almost be tempted to take down the light poles, but I think we're going to keep them. Or at least try to. So let's see if we blow up. I guess we'll start with here. Now, this quadrant ain't too bad. We got Bob's Cafe there. What all do we have here? Working Stiff. Brothers Theater is sitting right there. And then, we'll have to work on that. Figure out what the hell we're going to do with that. Maybe replace it. That's going to be a lot of work. I got to clean up all that crap in the center. Well, at least I'll get experience while I'm running around. That's probably going to be a good thing. And the plus side of this is my mining skills should go up pretty fast, pretty quick, so let's see. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Because then we're going to take... Oh, wait. Let's see. Let's not... No. Now, I wish this wasn't snow. I wish there was a Hub City in snow. Or a good portion of snow. Like, even half of it would have been a freaking epic. especially if the rest of the biome was like green underneath it, uh, just for that visual aesthetic. But you know, I do gotta take what I got. So we don't want desert. We just want forest ground. I mean, how's forest ground? Ah, there's forest. And we're definitely not gonna be using burnt, even though burnt forest would be actually pretty cool. But let's see. And of course, obviously, we'll. Oh, would sod be better? Oh, wait. Is that sod right there? No, that's iron ore. Yeah, we'll just put iron ore everywhere. Sod. Because I know it does have a better look to it. No, we'll just take the hard sod. Well, if we don't like it, we can always pick it up with the soft. Before it dries. So, let's see. Ooh, that's gonna get... Okay. And like a dumbass, I don't have a shovel. So, let's go ahead and get one right now. Try to get a... Yeah, that'll work. Nice. And I'm already out of room on my damn toolbar. So, let's grab that. And just for comparison's sake... Yeah, maybe the side... Actually... Actually, I think I like that. And then, of course, we'll put asphalt there. So that'll be good. Because... that'll match that. Oh, nice, nice, yeah. Look at that. Okay. So let me go ahead and break all this down, and we'll see how it we'll get back when we get that done. Alright? So, let's see. And we'll clean up that along the way as well. And, of course, I'm hot. Okay, I'll save your ears, and, yeah, let's get around the working stuff. Be back in a second. As far as our grass that's going to go around... Yeah, let's take a little bit more of a look. Yeah, see, I kind of like the fact that that lights up a little bit. If I used more, it would have been, it would have stood out a little bit more. But then it just looks, I don't know. Forest might be too much. I guess we'll be using the grass. Yeah, we're going to use the grass. Okay, I do believe I am officially done with the working stiff. Now, to note, I've had like 3-4 crashes in a row with all the lights on inside, so I ended up turning them off. I've actually been trying to record this now for in-game time about 4 hours. So, yeah, stability issues already, and it's the first POI of the series. So, you know, not very confident at this moment. But I did leave the lights on up here, that way at least you can see it pop. As you can see, we did get all the grass done. We got our trees up. Yeah, nice visual aesthetic out here. For the record, I did pull the trees straight out of the creative menu. Those are, I think, 13 meters high. Mostly because I don't want them growing. I want them to stay at this height. Because if you've seen maple trees at their fullest, they are pretty massive. The grass, I don't know if this is exclusive to Hub City or if it's because of the biome it's in. You know, being next to water, you know, stability issues. Or if there happens to be caverns underneath. I don't know. I've never really dug extensively under Hub City, so I can't really say. But there was actual structural integrity issues putting grass down. So that was kind of weird. I'd have to build off of the pile and just keep on going back and forth until I found stability. It was weird. Then, of course, you know, punched all the grass. If we come to the back... Now, another thing that does kind of hurt stability is shadowing. So, you know, there is that, but that really shouldn't be affecting anything, you know? Obviously, back door. You know, deliveries and all that wonderful good stuff. Mirror image trees for the visual aesthetic. And thankfully, yeah, we'll keep that light off because at least it's still kind of dark to where you can see at least the lights pop here, you know? But, you know, industrial lights out here, so for parking. Then, of course, the main entrance, some vending machines. And you can see now it's completely dark, but you can see all... I mean, I do got a lot of lights, don't get me wrong. But that's because I really wanted it to be visually popping. And then I was going to shut them off afterward, but what it is, you know, it is what it is. So for the windows, I went with window 2. Now, if you don't know these windows, you can buy these at a trader. So if you want these, if you're playing base vanilla game, you can get them at a trader as long as they're selling them at the time. But they do come with a dirty glass pane in the center. So if you don't want that, you could always just punch out the glass and the frame will remain. So you do get that nice, like, you know, you can see how the transparency. You know, you don't technically have a glass there, but you also don't have any obstruction of view. Otherwise, you could just pull out the frame like that from the creative menu if you're on it. Alright, we'll have to turn on our headlights so you can see this. And it was looking pretty sharp, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of pissed. But, you know, that's the curse of this version on console. Hopefully it'll be stable with the new version. So, of course, we got our shopping carts. The ceiling I actually lowered by 2 blocks, which in hindsight is now kind of irrelevant since I can't use the lights. But, you know, without lowering it, the lights actually would not reach the ground and light up everything. You know, cleaned everything up. I put, you know, boxes of storage. Come into the bathroom. And I don't know if I showed this or not, but, you know, installed the little bathroom stools. Because as it was, you'd be sitting here and you'd be able to look at the person over there while you're taking a shit. Which I kind of found, you know, not very pleasant. Unless you're into that thing. You know, you guys want to stare at each other's eyes while you're pooping, I mean, you know, to each their own. And then, of course, we come to the back room. You know, got our table. I thought about upgrading that just so to fill out the holes, but, you know, I don't really want it. And then, of course, you know, boxes of storage. Thankfully, we can pull those out of the creative menu. Yeah, so, I mean, first POI is done. Working stiff is actually pretty decent for what I... You know, a little bit overkill on the lights. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's a lot of lights. I mean, originally I was just going to have one center light down each roll. But it just didn't illuminate anything, so it was kind of pointless. Now, to be fair, it's not like I've been playing the game legitly to where I'm going around breaking down lights and, you know, helping stability, but maybe as I go along, I'll get that chance. Yeah. It's hard to say. Of course, part of me, that's why I kind of like using candles. From a distance, if you don't realize it, you use modern lights. It's nice when you're up close, but when you back away from it, you can't see them from a distance. So it's, you know, it's nice when you're at your base, but seeing it from a distance, you don't really get to see that visual. And of course, we're going to shut these off to make sure we have stability moving forward. But yeah, I think for what it is, you know, it was just basically a cleanup job and all that wonderful good stuff. You know, add a little thing here and there, but nothing too extensive. I mean, time-wise, obviously, it did take a lot of work. I still got to come over here with the sidewalk and break this down at some point. I'm not really too worried about it right this second. That's like finishing touches. That's like getting all the road even and all that. The bad thing, though, is the sidewalk curb does not have a corner. So I can't round that off. But amazingly, you do have this wasteland patch, plains, and forest biome as a corner. But you can't get just a regular sidewalk corner, which kind of pissed me off. But at the same time, it's not really that important. It's not that, you know, relevant. I don't really care. It's a small thing. The only bad thing is, that's cool if you have a lawn, like a front lawn, and you want to have that curb aesthetic. But you're still stuck with this, you know, crappy fucking grass that you can't do nothing to. So I don't really like that part. You know, it just looks really messy. I don't know. That's just me, though. So one last look as we are walking away. Not bad. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Because like I said, I mean, it's not supposed to be something massive of a project, but I think it still turned out pretty good. So our next project moving forward is Bob's Cafe, right next door. Now this one shouldn't take as much. I mean, we do have to break down all this, obviously, and replace it with grass. A lot of cleanup, obviously, as you can see all this crap. But, and there's really not that whole much here, so this really shouldn't take long to convert either. And then we'll have the Brothers Theater, and then we'll have to figure out something to do with that building. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this here. I think that's a pretty decent start to the series, I'm hoping. Hopefully it's not too boring. Hopefully I can edit it to where it's not, you know, dragging too long. You can see the results quicker. I know I prefer to bring you guys along with everything. If you're, you know, for the ones that really like to see the in-depth stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to make hour-long videos all the time, especially if I'm just converting small POIs. Trying to make them a little bit more compact, even though this one's probably like 50 minutes at least. More than likely. So I do apologize if my videos are long and you're really not liking that. But again, it's kind of is what it is when I'm trying to do this right. So obviously, you know, if you really like the video, if you like the series, I do hope you come back. Come with me on this journey on rebuilding all of Hub City. If you like the video, obviously, you know, I do appreciate it if you hit the like button. Lets me know, lets the algorithm know, all that wonderful good stuff. If you're new around, want to stick around, obviously, maybe think about subscribing. That's up to you. I know I'm not a big fan of saying that. I really hate having to say that. But sometimes, like me, I'm getting old, so I forget. So, you know, sometimes that little reminder helps me to remember to subscribe to something that I'm actually interested in watching, you know. But other than that, hope everything is good. Stay safe. And until next time, everyone, take it easy.